Hey everyone, this morning we'll be going over our first impressions of our brand new 2023 RZR Pro XP Sport. We purchased this RZR to replace the General that we had, and it served us well for 4 years, but it was time to move on to something else. I wanted something more sporty, something that I felt I could push probably further than what I was willing to do with the machine. With this machine, it should be able to do anything we want it to do. Also, if you've been watching our series, you'll know that we bought this RZR XP 1000. It'll be the main focus of our video series this year. But since we were driving all the way out to I-69 Motorsports in Tennessee, we thought, why just go and pick up one when we could pick up another machine, save twice as much money, and have something else that we could do some comparison videos. And as we go throughout the year, we'll, again with this machine, talk about reliability, styling, comfort, give pros and cons, installation videos, as well as how-to videos of oil change and things of that nature. All right, so on with the first impressions. So far, I've put about 50 miles on it, given a few rides to my wife and my son, and their first impression was, wow, this thing is fun, this thing is powerful, and when we went up a little hill, my wife said, oh, that was too easy. So it definitely has power, it has the fun factor. Speaking of the power for this machine, obviously 181 horsepower with the turbo is plenty to get anywhere and go faster than I will probably ever really want to go. But it's also really responsive. You push the pedal and it goes. And so that's been really fun. We still have only really pushed it about half power since it's in the break-in period. So can only kind of wait and imagine how much fun it's going to be. I think that'll serve us well as we hopefully get to do some trips to the sand dunes. And I think that's where that extra power will really shine. But like I said before, it is controllable enough that I think anyone could get in and drive it. And that's important to me. We oftentimes let friends and family and other people drive it. I know other people aren't big on doing that. I have had a friend who will remain unnamed put a machine on, one of my machines on its side, but it survived and is doing okay. So hopefully he's watching this and can get a laugh out of that. But yeah, it's enjoyable to let other people have some fun in the machines too. So having it be controllable power is important, and so far it's felt that way on this machine. So far, from a reliability standpoint, we've had no issues. Obviously, we've only had it for a little bit, and after 50 miles, it's running great. From a styling standpoint, and also something that I think is functional, I like the way that these doors are. They are vented, it's not a full door, but this opening here is pretty well covered from mud coming in that way or dirt. And then with it open in the rear, again, it also tends to mud and dirt skip past and go onto the back of the machine. So when you're sitting in it, you don't have a lot of mud or dirt coming into the door and getting on you that way. As far as the seat goes, I really love these seats. They're comfortable as well as kind of contoured, and so it really hugs you both in your back and in your backside. So far, I've really been enjoying the comfort aspect of this machine. There's plenty of space once you get in, and the seats are adjustable front to back, as well as the steering wheel. It has some adjustability, so you can dial it in and be comfortable sitting in this machine. Another point of comfort is the grab bar. I like the way that it's not just that T style. Being able to hold on to kind of this corner position feels a little bit more natural when you're riding. One thing we did immediately notice is that the steering wheel was a little bit cocked to the right, even when the tires are straight. So I'll have to make an adjustment there. That might just be particular to this machine, how it was set up or not set up, whether at the factory, at the dealership, who knows, but we'll get that fixed. One other thing that I noticed on this machine is how high the doors are. Sometimes I'd have it rested on the door of the general, but I think this is probably more of a safety feature than anything. If you do roll over, you're a little bit more tucked up inside, so that's just maybe sacrificing some safety for comfort. But it does also make it a little bit harder to kind of look over that door and out to the front tire if you're doing some rock climbing, crawling, that sort of thing, and you want to see out. It's a little bit tougher to see over. The other thing is with the high back over the rear tires, if you're trying to look over your shoulder, it's just a little bit more difficult. We'll see if that's something that becomes an issue as we're driving, but at this point, just kind of something that I noticed initially. Also in the comfort department is the suspension. We haven't tried to tune it with the easily adjustable tuning, but we'll play more with that down the road. It's also got the 30-inch tires, so we probably won't be replacing those right away, like we will be on the XP1000 with these Sun F tires. It's kind of the first look at those. We'll put those on here in the future, and that way we'll have a little bit more direct comparison with the same size tires of these two machines. I think this machine looks great. So far, we're really enjoying the machine and look forward to putting a lot more miles on it and doing some updates for you down the road. Thanks for watching.